Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rose, and welcome to episode 273 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. This show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe on your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. The big games out last week were Kenneth Bridges' Spirits and Madden NFL 25. And the games coming out this week include Dustborn, Numata, Cyber Mission, Mangavania 2, Parking Masters, My Lovely Empress, Farming Life, Raise Eterna War, Tiebreak official game of the ATP and WTA, Airy Ancient Empires, Island Cities, Jigsaw Puzzle, Magnus Trilogy, Radio Free Europa, The Eightfold Path, and Operation Polygon Storm. Now on to last week's biggest news stories, and we have 5 to cover this week. Number 1, Hi-Fi Rush IP and Tango Gameworks acquired by Krafton from Xbox. Studio will no longer be shut down. Adam Bankhurst at IGN writes, PUBG publisher Krafton has acquired Tango Gameworks and the Hi-Fi Rush IP from Xbox, meaning the studio will no longer be shut down. Krafton shared the news in a press release alongside confirming that, quote, as part of the strategic agreement, Krafton intends to collaborate with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition and maintain continuity at Tango Gameworks, allowing the talented team to continue developing the Hi-Fi Rush IP and explore future projects, end quote. Quote, Krafton intends to support the Tango Gameworks team to continue its commitment and innovation and delivering fresh and exciting experiences for fans, end quote, the press release continues. Quote, the game catalog of The Evil Within 2, Ghostwire Tokyo, and the original Hi-Fi Rush game, end quote. In May 2024, Microsoft announced that it had closed a number of Bethesda studios, including Tango Gameworks and Redfall's Arcane Austin. This was obviously met with shock and anger by developers and fans alike, especially after Microsoft executive Aaron Greenberg said on X in the past that Hi-Fi Rush was a, quote, breakout hit for Xbox and its players in all key measurements and expectations. Hi-Fi Rush hit 2 million players a month after release and received very positive reviews. This is awesome to see. This was clearly the one that angered everybody far and away the most when they did the number of Bethesda studio closures earlier this year, and now we do get to see more from Hi-Fi Rush and that IP from Tango Gameworks. Really happy for all the people involved and glad Xbox was able to work out the deal and was willing to with Krafton. Number 2, Game Bar is the next Xbox feature to become handheld friendly. Tom West at True Achievements writes, Microsoft has been updating the Xbox experience on PC quite a bit lately, adding a new handheld friendly features like compact mode. Now the company is testing a compact mode for the Xbox Game Bar, further improving the Xbox experience for players using devices with smaller screens. Last year, Microsoft rolled out a compact mode for the Xbox PC app, which aims to improve users' experiences on smaller screens. The company later rolled out even more features for compact mode, adding a jump back in display and improvements to the Friends panel for players using a controller. Now it looks like the Game Bar is getting a makeover for handhelds. As announced on Xbox Wire by Senior Product Manager Oliver Zhu, Xbox insiders can now test a new compact mode for the Game Bar, which simplifies the menu and to make it more intuitive on handheld devices. You can find the new compact mode within Game Bar's General tab in the settings. The mode works alongside widgets and controllers and can even access other launchers such as Xbox, Steam, Battle.net, Ubisoft Connect, EA Play, and Riot Games. The home widget, which displays your recently played games and the games you have running, and allows you to quit a game. The resource widget, much like it does on desktops, shows you the apps that are drawing on your system's resources. While Xbox boss Phil Spencer has seemingly teased a possible Xbox handheld, the rumors that Microsoft planned to announce one during Summer Game Fest didn't pan out. Maybe we'll have better luck during Gamescom or the Game Awards. They are just setting the stage for when they inevitably announce this Xbox handheld, and I cannot wait. I will be there day one. I've loved my experience with the Logitech G Cloud, but I want that native Xbox handheld. I'm really putting all my cards up on the table and saying we're going to get a tease at the Game Awards just like they teased the Xbox Series X. Number 3, Dragon Age The Veilguard release date set for October. Rebecca Valentine at IGN writes, Dragon Age The Veilguard finally has a release date. BioWare announced today that we can expect to see it out this Halloween, October 31st, 2024. This news comes alongside a release date trailer showing Solas conducting a ritual that's interrupted and a fight between the Veilguard and a group of corrupt elf gods. Oh, and a big dragon or two, of course. This chunky near 3-minute trailer shows off plenty of the high fantasy fans can expect in the highly anticipated next Dragon Age game, such as cute little griffin, nasty big tentacle monster, and much more. Plenty of its dramatic locations are shown too, alongside a touch of signature Dragon Age romance. We can expect a lot more information about the Veilguard in the coming weeks thanks to a roadmap published by BioWare. Next week we'll see a high-level combat and PC spotlight, followed by Companions Week, the week of August 26th, and September we'll have an IGN first for the game with tons more detail. It's been a long road to the Veilguard's release in October. It was first announced way back in 2018, and later that year was given the title Dragon Age Dreadwolf. In 2022, we learned that an alpha build of the game was playable from start to finish, and earlier this year we finally saw the first official trailer with a fall 2024 release window. At the time, it was revealed that the name of the game was being changed to Dragon Age The Veilguard, to place more emphasis on the party of protagonists rather than the returning Dragon Age character Solas, known as the Dreadwolf. We've since learned plenty of tidbits about what to expect. The Veilguard apparently has 140,000 lines of dialogue, will be Steam native on the storefront, has customizable difficulty options, and will import choices made in previous games. We've also gotten a look at the game's voice casts after we've learned that all possible companions will be pansexual. Alongside the release date, you can now pre-order Dragon Age The Veilguard ahead of October. I really, really hope that this is a return to form for BioWare and this game is excellent. Why? Well, I don't care about this game at all. I never really did with Dragon Age. Tried to give the first one a shot way back when, but the fantasy genre just doesn't usually pull me in. However, Mass Effect is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I need this game to pan out, work out so BioWare still exists, and that hopefully BioWare is the BioWare of old and very good at making RPGs. Number 4, Gearbox head teases Borderlands 4 following movie's disastrous box office flop. Leon Doolin at Pure Xbox writes, the Borderlands movie has officially bombed at the box office, and Gearbox head Randy Pitchford has spun this in the best way possible with another teaser of a fourth major game. In a brief post on social media platform X, Pitchford mentioned how his team was working extra hard, quote, for, F-O-U-R, end quote, fans on what's next, brushing off the live-action movie Disaster starring Cate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. Here's what he had to say. Quote, so what you're saying is you like what my friends and I can do with our Borderlands video games, even more than you like what some of the biggest and best cast and crew of filmmakers on the planet have done. I'm super flattered. We're working extra hard for you on what's next, ... end quote. Once again, this isn't the first time there's been a Borderlands 4 teaser. Alongside the acquisition of Gearbox Entertainment earlier this year in March, it was mentioned how the next installment in the series was on the way. Pitchford also recently told Games Radar how Gearbox wasn't going to make fans wait long before it was officially announced. The Borderlands movie was reportedly made on a budget of around $145 million and recouped just over $16 million in its opening weekend. Early critic reviews last week suggested it could potentially be the worst movie of 2024. Now I want to include that last bit because for all the good work that the series like The Last of Us, Fallout, Arcane have done to say, hey, video games can have good entertainment TV properties. The movies, we're still not quite there, but they can be good across media. Borderlands ain't it, clearly. And for the community that still loves Borderlands, I guess you won't have to wait too long for the formal announcement. Another tease by Mr. Pitchford himself. I really loved Borderlands 1 and 2 back on the 360, and just kind of fell off the franchise. It felt like more of the same, but those two games are very special to me indeed. And number 5, Replaced has been delayed and will now join Xbox Game Pass in 2025. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, we've got bad news for anyone who is looking forward to popping the Replaced achievements via Xbox Game Pass. Developer Sad Cat Studios has confirmed that Replaced has been delayed for a third time, and the upcoming Xbox platform will now launch in 2025. In a post on X, the Sad Cat Studios team explained that it needs, quote, more time to ensure we meet the high standards we've set for ourselves and to meet the expectations of our fans, end quote. The developer also added that its, quote, initial release date was optimistic, end quote, and that developing Replaced is, quote, quite a unique challenge, end quote. Replaced, which was first announced in 2021 with a 2022 release window, is a retro-futuristic 2.5D action platformer set in an alternate 1980s. This new delay means the release date for the gorgeous-looking platformer has now been pushed back a third time. In 2022, Belarusian-based Sadcat Studios delayed Replaced due to the war in Ukraine. Replaced will now launch for Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, and join Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass sometime in 2025. What a shame. I mean, the delay is totally understandable given the situation in Ukraine, but this game looks so very cool. If you've not checked out this trailer, I've been looking forward to it since we first saw it back in 2021, but I'm happy to play this game when the developers are really ready to let this game shine. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and let's talk about Krafton, who purchased Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks. So who are they? Well, credit to Wikipedia. Krafton Inc. is a South Korean video game publisher and holding company based in Bundaegu, Sangonam. It was created in November 2018 to serve as the parent company for Bluehole, founded by Chang Boing-gu in Seoul in March 2007, and its subsidiaries. The company has published several notable video game titles, including Terra, PUBG Battlegrounds, New State Mobile, The Callisto Protocol, and Moonbreaker. According to Forbes, Chang has a net worth of $2.9 billion as one of the 7 gaming billionaires in South Korea. Apologies for butchering the Korean names there, but happy that Krafton was able to come in and save Hi-Fi Rush and Tango Gameworks, so hopefully this is going to mean good for the franchise and the developers themselves. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share it with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week, it feels like I worked 2 weeks in one, so I'm very much looking forward to unwinding and getting some game time in over the next week, so apologies for any word salad over this episode. But this week I did start Marvel's Midnight Suns, and I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this game. It's something unique and something not normally for me, and that's kind of my kick lately after having beaten Elden Ring, and yes, I became Elden Lord last weekend. One of the best gaming experiences I've had in a very long time. My name is Marion Rose. You can follow me on Xbox @Rosa93. Hope you all have a great week, stay safe, and keep on gaming.